I just had another new client try out Reiki for the first time, and I was asking her, she said she felt really relaxed and open afterwards. I kind of asked her to describe, she was saying how it's so interesting to experience it because she'd heard me talk about it, but she wasn't really sure what it was. And so I said, well, how would you describe it? Because it's sometimes difficult for me to describe it to other people without them coming on the table and trying it. And she said, she kind of likened it to what heaven might feel like, very peaceful, very light. She said she could feel sensations inside of her body and outside of her body also. So I thought that was interesting, thought I would share it with you guys. I am offering intro sessions, so if you want to try it out, which is what she did today, it's a 30-minute session for only $55. So it's regularly $65 for a 30-minute session. If you're unsure, you're curious, you just want to know, you can come on in. I'll give you a 30-minute session and just see how it feels. See how it feels. I love this modality of healing because you don't have to think about anything. You don't have to practice every day or meditate or anything. You don't even have to believe in it. And it's life force energy. So the energy that gives us life is moving through you. It's healing what needs to be healed. It's letting go of what needs to be let go of. And it's opening up your energy channels so that emotions can flow through, energy can flow through. You just feel better overall. And we know that our emotions affect our mentality, our mindset. Our mind affects our body affects our mind, so they're all interrelated. So I did taught a class on this a couple days ago, and I wanted to just explain a little bit more. Really what I'm offering here at Sparkling Wellness is a mind, body, spirit approach to preventative wellness. So someone mentioned to me the other day, we're actually the only preventative wellness center or anything that's offered in Tillman County. I think that's really neat. So a lot of times we wait until we get sick, then we go to a doctor. Typically in Western medicine, you're prescribed surgery or medications. A lot of what I have studied and practiced comes more from Eastern philosophy or ancient traditional philosophy. Probably what most of your great-granddaddy and your ancestors, all of them believed. I'm studying plant-based healing, so Ayurveda, which is ancient Indian technique. But anyway, getting sidetracked. What I'm offering now is yoga. Yoga has been around for thousands of years. It is a helpful tool to connect the mind, body, spirit. The whole goal of yoga is to connect you to yourself and connect yourself to God so that you feel one. Yoga means union, you feel one, right? So that is a helpful, wonderful practice for anyone to come into union with the breath, the mind, the body, the spirit. So those are weekly classes, open to anyone. Beginners, very gentle yoga is on Monday nights, and then a more advanced class is on Tuesday nights. And then we have special classes here and there. With that, so that helps you connect to the body, release tension, clear your mind, come back to the breath. Breath is life force energy as well, right? With that, it's really recommended that you pair in Reiki, because Reiki is energy healing. It helps you, those subconscious things that you're holding on to, those deep-seated emotions, even back to your childhood that you may not be aware of, are affecting your body and the way you physically carry stress, right? So I was explaining to someone the other day, when you're stressed, the first thing you do is clench, right? And without even meaning to, you clench your jaw. A lot of times you clench your fist. A lot of times we clench our shoulders, and we very, very often clench our pelvic floor, our hips, that area. So when we go through trauma, which trauma can be anything from losing a loved one, A lot of times we think, oh, I didn't go to war, I don't have trauma. Well, trauma can be anything you've experienced in your life that's been really difficult, really hard. It can be, there can be trauma at work from a toxic work environment. All sorts of things, financial trauma, anything that really was emotionally distraught for you. When we go through trauma, which we all have from childhood through to however old you are now, we unknowingly clench the body because we're stressed, we're scared, we're in fight or flight. Many times we don't ever teach the body or work with the body and the mind and allow it to release and let go and soften once again. And so what happens is you walk around clenched for years and years and years, and then you go to sleep at night and you're still clenching, right? And so what happens then is you see people who are perpetually hunchbacked, or you have jaw issues, TMJ, things like that. Your hips are tight. Then you come to yoga class and you think I'm killing you because I'm asking you to, release your hips. So the body remembers. The body is very, very intuitive. It's very, very knowledgeable. So one way to release that pattern of tension, of stress, is letting Reiki teach your body that it's safe to let go, it's safe to relax, it's safe to let that energy flow again. So you have yoga, Reiki, and then the third piece is the intuitive art, which I haven't offered. Well, I did offer one workshop. I'm getting ready to offer a couple more this fall. But the intuitive art is not so much for making art. It is more for expressing big emotions, connecting to, again, your subconscious, your spirit, the deeper person inside of you than what you present to society. So art is a really nice way to practice letting go of control, practice not being perfect, practice feeling whatever your body deep down is holding on to, letting those feelings go. You don't have to necessarily talk to me as a therapist or explain everything. You don't even have to consciously understand what you're letting go of, but you can use art in a way that allows you to release the stuck old thoughts, old emotions, old fears and beliefs. And it may not be a pretty picture, and that's okay, because that's not the point. The point is to use that as an emotional tool. So mind, body, spirit, wellness. And why? I've been writing this article this week. Why does all this matter? Because when you're taking care of your mind, body, spirit, wellness, right? Whole person wellness, you're paying attention to your emotions. You have a safe outlet to let them go. You're paying attention to this tiny tension in your shoulder before it gets out of hand, right? You're paying attention to it, so you're going to go do some stretches and let it go. Your lifestyle. I work with people a lot on, are you moving enough? Are you drinking enough water? What are you eating? All of these things fuel our bodies, and all of these things they create wellness, or they create dis-ease in the body. And that's where we, everything from, mental dis-ease, like anxiety, depression, overthinking, to physical dis-ease with, from joint stiffness to heart problems and cancer and disease, all of these long-term things. It's all connected. So when we're taking care of ourselves first, mind, body, spirit, day in and day out, the younger the better that you start this, we're able to keep the energy flowing through the body, right? It's not getting blocked and causing stiffness, stress, dis-ease, pain, fear, anything in the body, right? We want to keep it flowing. So that's what Sparkling Wellness is all about. I didn't expect to get into all this, but it must have been on my heart. But yeah, I exist to help you with all of those things. I do this if you want to work with me one-on-one, and maybe there's a specific issue you're wanting to work through. It's a deep dive healing journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. If you would prefer to look into some alternative healing rather than medicines and surgeries, and maybe you're far away from medicines or surgeries, but you know that something needs to to shift within you. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I work with clients one-on-one, and also we have yoga classes for all. I'm going to have some group art classes this fall. And Reiki, of course, is an excellent way, this is my table here, to let all of this kind of meld together and shift through you without having to try, or you don't have to lose weight or meditate for 5 days before you come in. Just come in, try it out, and see how you feel. So, one more thing, I had a client ask me today how often people should do Reiki. Very often, I recommend once a month, just to kind of keep things going. I've had people come weekly, and that is very, very beneficial, especially if you're working on a specific issue and you really want to move some energy. But monthly, it's a really nice practice to have a monthly as a maintenance, to just let things go, move things through. So anyway, if you have any other questions, any thoughts, feel free to comment below, feel free to DM me. I'll leave some links, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah!